Hello everyone, my name is Sanjay from OC Habitats and today we will be talking about the riparian zone. We are currently out here in Santiago Creek in Orange County, California. A riparian zone is a land that is between rivers and streams, example Santa Ana River. Other riparian systems in Orange County include San Mateo Creek and San Clemente. Now here's a fun fact. Did you know riparian zone actually only make up about 1% of all the land within the United States? But remember, just because the total mass is small does not mean that they are not important. Riparian areas are known as nature's filter due to their ability to protect water sources from erosion, excessive sedimentation, and street runoff after rainstorms.
Riparian zones' width can vary tremendously from 9.8 to 164 feet on both sides of the water body. It also depends on the location, current weather condition, and the size of the water source. Riparian zones have unique types of soil due to the various sediments that accumulate from runoff. Since they have such unique soil, the plants that grow there are well adapted to this habitat, which helps these unique plants grow along with their accessibility to the water. Sometimes it may be difficult to locate exactly where a riparian zone, but looking for signature plants such as mole-fat and stinging nettle can help locating a riparian zone.
Besides acting as a biofilter for the surrounding environments, the riparian habitat is also capable of providing shade and sustenance. The shade is important to various aquatic and terrestrial species because it can help them regulate temperature fluctuations. Even though runoff streams beneficial at first, most of the time it is made up of a mixture of various toxins that could be harmful for the aquatic system and lower water quality.
One of these toxins is known as nitrate. It can lead to surplus algae growth. This becomes problematic when algae decomposes and depletes the oxygen in the aquatic environment, leading to the suffocation of many plant and fish species.
So the riparian zone is able to filter out pollutants that might cause harm to the overall system and species.
In the western part of the United States, riparian zones only make up what percent of land area? Option A 10%, option B 5%, option C 1%, option D 7%. If you answered option C 1%, then you are right. In the western part of the United States, riparian zones only make up about 1% of the land area, but they still maintain a key role in regulation. The riparian is responsible for various functions such as base flow, nutrient cycling, water quality, downstream flooding.
There are many animals and plants that rely on this habitat for food, shelter and protection. Today we will focus on few species to highlight some of the diversity found here.
Let's begin with the first mammal on our list, the dusky-footed wood rat. It is a small, cinnamon-colored rodent with long whiskers, rounded ears, and a slender tail. The name dusky-footed refers to their dark-colored feet. On average, they are about 16 inches and can be found in California. Oak and willow trees with cover are ideal homes for them. They are known to line their nest with leaves of the California bay laurel tree. It's thought that these leaves have fumigating properties that clear nests of parasites such as ticks and mites. Look at this cute little guy. This is the list bales video. They are only 4.5 to 5 inches long and have short rounded wings and short straight bills. Historically, list bale vireos are musical, chatty birds with some males having up to 15 different songs. Sometimes they need to watch out for birds that try to take advantage of them. Cowbirds, a parasitic bird, lay egg in list-billed vireo nests. The vireo's parents feed the baby cowbirds as if it were their own, which reduces the amount of food for their own chicks. Consideration to list-billed vireo habitat is taken in order to protect and prevent any loss of habitat to them. The variable checker spot butterfly has extensive yellow and red patterning on its brown-black wings. In addition, coloring plays a part in defense strategy of butterfly. Intense red coloration deters predators from attacking them. It has a wingspan of 25 to 28 millimeter. The variable sixth spot resides in coastal foothills to canyons in Santa Ana Mountains and down to Urban Regional Park. Adults are attracted to the flowers of Yerba Santa in many areas of Southern California. Previous observations indicate they migrate between middle of March into June.
From the list of options listed below, which of these is not a native riparian zone species? A. Least Bell's vireo, B. Monarch butterfly, C. Dusky-footed wood rat, and D. Variable checker spot. If you answered option B, monarch butterfly, you got it right.
California stinging nettle, which is a native one, is a herbaceous perennial plant that is 3 to 7 feet tall in the summer and shortens in the winter. The soft green leaves are 1 to 6 inches long and are borne on a wiry green stem. They have many stinging hairs, which tips come off when touched, transforming the hair into a needle that can inject several chemicals, causing a painful sting, giving the species its common name, stinging nettle. It produces the inflammatory effect and burning sensation by impaling the skin, causing mechanical and biochemical irritation. Mulfat is a blooming shrub native to sage scrub community and desert southwest of United States and northern Mexico. Other names are sheep willow or water lily. This is a large bush with sticky foliage which bears plentiful small, fuzzy pink or red tinged white flowers, which are highly attractive to butterflies. Pampas grass. It is a perennial plant and can reach 13 feet in height. Pampas grass has become invasive throughout North America. It has also been banned in Hawaii and New Zealand because of its ability to outgrow the displaced native plants. The plant competes with other native plants by monopolizing resources like shade, sunlight, and ground nutrients. Pampas grass can deplete biodiversity. Pampas grass is fast-growing and can form large masses along roads, cliffs, river banks. The blade-like leaves may cause physical harm due to its razor-like leaves. Castor bean. This can vary greatly in its growth and appearance. It is a fast-growing shrub that can reach the size of a small tree, around 39 feet. Its seed is the castor bean, which, despite its name, is not a bean. It is indigenous to the southeastern Mediterranean basin, eastern Africa, and India. The seed also contains ricin, a toxin which is also present in lower concentration throughout the plant. According to the Guinness World Records, this is the world's most poisonous common plant.
According to Guinness World Records, which is the world's most poisonous common plant? A. Mulfat, B. Pampas grass, C. Castor bean, D. Stinging nettle. If you answered option C, castor bean, then you are correct. According to the Guinness World Records, castor bean is the world's most poisonous common plant.
A riparian zone can either be naturally occurring or man-made, but both can be affected by human expansion. They can have long-term effects.
Building dams across channels, constructing levees, and channelization of streams may have the most adverse impact. These modifications significantly alter the movement and storage of water, which is important to the riparian system. Water withdrawal can result in lack of water flow leading to drought.
Recreation development can destroy natural plant diversity and structure, lead to soil compaction and erosion, and disturb wildlife. Exotic plants that take advantage of the food growing conditions found in riparian zones often invade these areas. As these plants dominate native plants, the overall vegetative diversity decreases, resulting in a less favorable habitat for most wildlife species. In general, the amount of vegetative ground cover, the area of the watershed, and the slope of the terrain are directly related to the percentage of water that will enter the water source. Riparian plants' life is determined by the timing, duration, and extent of flooding. Land that is paved over can cause water to flow too quickly from a watershed and through a riparian zone. Human urban expansion is the greatest problem for the riparian and should not be taken lightly.
Things you can do. Plant a native garden in your own yard so any seed dispersal will be native plants and not non-native invasives. Avoid using pesticides and fertilizers. Make sure you recycle all plastics and glass bottles. Pick up trash wherever possible around your area. Some of the other ways that you can get involved is by joining the events hosted by OC Habitats, such as various restoration cleanups, and signing up as a volunteer.
Thank you for joining us on our tour of riparian habitat. We encourage you to visit and be mindful of these sensitive species in this habitat. To learn more about the different habitats in Orange County, check out our channel for previous and upcoming videos. Also, don't forget to follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and turn on notification for the future OCH habitat videos.